AITA for telling my boyfriend if he wanted an easy job like mine he should have gotten a degree or made an effort to do so. I'm 19F and my boyfriend is 21M. We have been dating over 2 years and have lived together over 1. We run a small farm together and have 2 dogs together as well. To preface this, I believe trade jobs are an amazing factor and I don't believe everyone needs to go to college if that's not what they want to do. There is nothing wrong with trade jobs or not wanting to go to college. However, my parents kind of pushed education when I was younger, so I knew I was always going to college. I am almost graduated with my associate's degree and starting my bachelor's degree this summer, and around 6 months ago landed an amazing job, full-time. Due to recent world events, I am working from home until further notice, technology field. My boyfriend has worked at a local manufacturer doing a trade job for around 2 years. He actually makes a couple dollars more than me on the hour and that doesn't bother me at all. Here's where the situation gets tricky. I usually work from my bed because I had back surgery a couple months ago and can't sit comfortably at my desk. I have free time during the day working from home to do chores, activities here and there, etc. I usually watch Netflix or listen to music while working too. I work from 8 to 5 and get an hour for lunch. My work is mostly on the computer, so more mental than physical. My boyfriend's job is pretty physically demanding. He works from 5:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. with only a 30 minutes lunch and 15 minutes break. He is constantly making remarks about how my job is so much easier than his and we make almost the same money. Just remarks about how I don't work as hard as him. I usually just laugh it off, but the other day he just kept on and I finally lost it and told him if he wanted an easy job like mine then he needed to get a degree to get that job or work towards finding one, otherwise he needed to leave me alone about my job. He got super angry at me and claimed I didn't believe in trade jobs and their value. That's not the case. I am just tired of him talking down on my work because it isn't physical labor. AITA here. Edit to add, I have been informed several, seriously, please stop commenting that. Times there was a post made from a boyfriend's perspective on a similar matter recently on this sub. My boyfriend does not have read it, and now that I have read that post, the boyfriend in that thread says his girlfriend makes more than him. I do not make more than my boyfriend. My boyfriend also doesn't even know what Reddit is. I mean, you can think this is a fake post if you want, but it's a different situation, just same general idea. Edit 2, I am just going to use this edit to answer some questions I am seeing pop up several times. My parents did not pay for my education, they were poor, and although they verbally pushed me towards college, that was it. I have worked since I was 16 and I have used my savings from that to pay for what financial aid did not pay for. My boyfriend's parents offered to pay for college if he wanted to go, he just chose not to. He never really liked school by his own admission. Also, I am not actively watching Netflix during work hours. I usually put something on I have already watched through so I can have some background noise, if I can't wear my headphones. I also am very much aware that I do not yet have a degree. I mentioned in my original post that I will have my associates in men start my bachelor's in the summer. And finally, I did not straight up tell my boyfriend he needed to get a degree to find an easier job. I told him if he wanted an easier job he should get a degree to get one or find another job. I never just told him to get a degree, and I am aware many jobs don't require one, but mine did. I only was hired because I have a progressing degree. Had I not, I would not have been considered as a candidate for the job. And for those saying my associate's degree means nothing, it does to me and my employers, and that's what matters in this scenario. NTA. I had the same argument over and over with my now ex-boyfriend. I have a master's degree and I now work for the government. It's a pretty cushy 9 to 5 job, working from home 3 days a week pre-COVID, every weekday. Granted, I'm paid half of what I would make in the private sector, but I don't mind. He was working in kitchens as a kitchen assistant. Before that he did manual labor and reception work. He went to college but dropped out, and refuses to go back to finish, or to study anything else because it's a waste of time. Every chance he got he ran me down about how easy my life is and how he works so hard, and I don't get it. I did most of the housework and made sure he had a hot meal waiting for him every night. even when he got home at 1 or 2 a.m. No appreciation. At the end of the day, it is every person's own choice what they choose to focus on and make effort for. TBH, I wish I never went to college and would much rather have a more hands-on job, but am grateful for what I have now. My ex could have gone back to school or started a new course / diploma / certificate / anything entirely free of charge, subsidized by the state, in Europe, but he didn't. All he did is piss and moan. That's not on me, and your BFS problems aren't on you either. NTA, your boyfriend lacks maturity and perspective. Sounds frustrated with his current situation and is taking it out on you. You are right to suggest he makes changes for his own happiness. NTA. That said, you need to sit down with him and tell him how his comments are affecting you. If he doesn't care or continues anyway, then that signifies a huge lack of respect and is something you should think about carefully. NTA, I have done both trade jobs and desk jobs. Both have their pros and cons. I have a college degree and the job I got in my field required up to 10 hours a day with a lot of physical labor. I would suggest that you both take time to talk calmly. Both jobs have their stresses, neither one is easier than the other. AITA for letting my sister adopt my unborn baby rather than a friend who wants a baby. This is a little complicated. My girlfriend and I are 19, and despite all the protection we use, she still somehow got pregnant. My older sister, 34, practically raised me. Our parents were absent most of her childhood and all of mine. Our older brother looked after us. Anyway, I literally call her mom. We're that close. She calls me her firstborn. She's got 3 legal sons, all adopted. They're basically my younger brothers and I love them to death. So naturally I called her when we found out about the pregnancy. She calmed us down and explained our options. We knew we did not want to be parents, but my girlfriend said she didn't really want an abortion but didn't want another child to go into the system. Anyway, scheduled an appointment to get the baby vamooshed. When my sister called again, she said she would adopt our baby if we really didn't want to go through with the abortion. Yada yada. That was like 3 months ago. A few friends started asking about names last week when we eventually told them, and we basically explained that we weren't keeping the baby. A friend of ours, 21, has been trying for a baby with her husband for like 2 years. We knew, but didn't think much of it. She contacted us asking what we were doing with the baby. I explained that my older sister was going to adopt them. I guess she found my sister through my Instagram or something and angrily messaged us that she already has 3 kids and we should think about mothers who can't have children and want one. At this point we realized what the issue was and I explained that her children were adopted and she hasn't had them as babies, and we want to keep baby in the family. She didn't reply, but one of her and my girlfriend's mutual friend messaged me asking if I'd reconsider. I told her no, this baby was going to my sister. Messaged me, again, and basically said it was so hard to find a white baby and practically begging to reconsider. I'm biracial, white passing. My sister is not. Got angry and told her I didn't want some white girl stripping another child of their culture, sent her on her way. It's divided our friends. Some think that she was racist, and some think she's just desperate for a baby. My sister says we can do what we want with the baby, but her home is always open. Think the baby should still go to my sister, but my girlfriend was really affected by EMS words and is concerned that we could be giving a young woman what she desperately wants. We have months to decide, but I'm torn. AITA? NTA. Is for this. Messaged me, again, and basically said it was so hard to find a white baby and practically begging to reconsider. I'm biracial, white passing. My sister is not. You and your GF should do what's best for the baby. No pity or guilt. What is objectively best for the child? I personally think that if your sister is as great as she sounds, it'll be best for the child and for you and your GF if you decide to be a part of the child's life in the future with her approval. My sister is amazing. I love her so much, and I know the baby will grow up well loved. NTA, if your friend thinks she's entitled to someone else's baby that's not even born yet, she shouldn't have children in the first place. It's your child and your decision, but I'll advise you do not let your friend adopt this child. You know for a fact your sister will take care of your child. You don't know how your friend will. No one is entitled to another living being. NTA, your friend is only 21. Unless she's minted and in a stable job with a home, then she should be focusing on her life instead of adopting babies. Your sister sounds like she has her head screwed on right and in a stable position. And she's been trying to have a baby since 19. WTF. Definitely NTA. Babies aren't Facebook Marketplace deals. You had already decided that your sister was going to be the one to adopt the baby, and that should have been the end of the conversation. Em is an idiot who probably shouldn't have any kids if she's worried about them not passing as white. Facebook Marketplace babies. Hey, is this baby still available? Question mark. Sorry, it's already been sold to another buyer. Okay, cool. I'll be there to pick it up Wednesday. Also, I haven't gotten paid this week, so I'ma have to give you $20 below your list price, just FYI. The baby has already been sold. Okay, cool, got it. Thanks for the confirmation message. Praying gesture, smiley face, tilde later tilde. Hey, I'm at the meeting place. Where's my baby? Question mark. Hello? Question mark. It's not her baby. How dare you? I'm gonna report you for trying to scam me. Angry face, angry face, angry face. AITA for refusing to teach my cousin how to play the piano and calling her parents cheap. So, first things first, I, F17, do not know how to play the piano. Never took a lesson in my life. My father was a musician, so I have plenty of musical instruments in my house. They were mostly taking dust after he died 10 years ago, so I started playing them. I have a good ear and I'm a quick learner, but I mostly focused myself on the clarinet and the guitar. I did learn to play a few songs on the piano, though not very complicated ones, but they are nice to hear and I'm quite good playing them. But I learned through piano tutorials. I have no technique. I just learned what keys I had to press and tried to do it over and over again until I could. I guess, though, if you happen to enter my house while I'm in the piano room playing, I can pass momentarily for someone who knows how to play the piano, and that's what happened to my aunt and uncle. They have 2 children and a buttload of money. They make 3 times what my family made when I was growing up. My cousin, F9, wants to learn how to play the piano, and has been asking multiple times for lessons. But my lovely aunt and uncle, who own a last-generation gaming system, every possible gaming console the kids are not even allowed to play with, a 2-story villa, a house on the sea, apparently don't have the money to pay for her expensive lessons. However, yesterday they came to visit and I was playing the piano when they arrived, so I didn't hear them. They barged in the piano room and started saying that they didn't know I could play the piano and that I was extremely selfish for not offering to teach my cousin since I knew how much she wanted to learn and that they don't have the means to afford lessons. I politely explained that I do not, in fact, know how to play the piano. They called me a liar. I calmly explained that I am in no way qualified to give lessons since I'd need lessons myself. They attacked me, saying that I had obviously already taken lessons and I was refusing only because they couldn't pay me. I explained how it is I can play some songs on the piano, and assured them that if I knew how to play it I'd gladly teach my cousin for free. They insisted I should at least teach her the few songs I know how to play so that she could see if she still liked it, and at this point I had enough, and here's where I might be TA. I told them I didn't know how to play the piano, but if she wanted to learn that much they could stop be some cheap payback / holes and pretending they don't have the money when they spend thousands on things they enjoy and never a cent for their children. They left and aren't talking to my whole family until I apologize, and my family says I have to, but I don't want to. AITA, edit. Thank you so much for all the answers and awards. I'm reading everything.